Hello everybody. I'm going to try something different and I will let you know if it comes out right or not, because I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'm going to make some biscuits, but I've got 2 leftover sweet potatoes from last night's supper that I'm going to mash up and put in them. So it's going to be sweet potato biscuits. And since I'm using home canned pork stew and home canned tomato juice to go in the stew and some home canned green beans, I thought sweet potato biscuits would be really good with that stew. So here we go. First, I'm going to get some flour. I've already mixed my milk up. I'm using the Nestle Nido milk. Mixed up 4 cups. It probably won't take that much. I'm sure it won't. But I'll put the rest of it in a clean jar and put it in a cooler for us to use for just drinking or with cereal. Anyway, here we go. So, here's my flour. It's just plain all-purpose flour. Get that out. I'm going to do 3 cups of flour. 2, 3. Y'all know by now that sometimes I don't measure perfectly, and that's okay. Most of the time it works out alright. Okay, I got baking powder. Got to get a spoon. So I'm going to put about 3 teaspoons of baking powder in there. Yeah, this is just one for eating out of. It's not a measuring spoon. But that should do it. And half a teaspoon of salt. This is just my canning salt. Salt makes everything taste better, don't you think? Brings out more of the flavors, and I know that some people just can't have it, but so far I've been lucky. Alright, let me stir this all together really well. Probably should have used a whisk for this part, but I didn't. Anyway, I just want to get the salt and the baking powder all mixed together. Alright, there that is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mash up my sweet potatoes before I put them in there, and then I'll cut them in with the pastry blender. They're very moist. When I bake them so far down that they're so juicy, and the skin is actually wrinkly on them. I'm not going to add any other fat to this. This is going to be the only thing I put in it, instead of having any fat in it. Alright. That should do it. Put that over there. Because they're so moist, I don't think it's going to need fat. What you hear in the background is my dog drinking her water. Alright. I'm just going to cut this in. Yeah, these. This 2 medium sweet potatoes, 3 cups of flour. And I will put the recipe over on my blog so that you can read it or print it out, whatever you want. See, it already looks like it's got shortening in it. See how crumbly it is and mealy? It's exactly what I want. I've already got my oven preheating up to about 400 degrees, because biscuits need a lot of heat. Okay. Well, now I have to get another spoon because, you know what I did? I threw the spoon I was going to use into the dishwater. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to add the milk a little at a time until I get a soft dough. I don't want it too stiff and dry, but I don't want it too wet and loose either. Good job, Lucy. You're back there eating your food. Okay, I'll bring you back when I get this mixed up. Okay, I've got it all mixed up. I floured my board. This is one of those plastic flexible cutting boards. I love these things. They're so easy to clean. And when you've chopped up vegetables or meat or something, it's really easy to get them into a bowl or into a pan, wherever you're putting them, by just rolling it up a little bit and sliding them off in there. They also make a pretty good flour board. I got these at the Dollar Tree. There were 2 of them in the package for $1, so you really can't beat that. Excuse my arm. Got to dust the top of this with flour. Okay, I'm going to lightly knead this, not really knead it. I'm just really wanting to fold it. So I'm going to bring it over, press down. I'm going to bring it over, press down, bring it over, and press down. Slightly sticky dough. That's pretty much all I want to do to it right there. Now if you make biscuits and you roll them out like this or pat them out, I don't like to roll them. It pushes too much air out, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, if you do this, you don't have to grease your pan, because the flour will prevent the biscuits from sticking. So you can cook these in a dry pan. You can use a skillet. I'm going to use a cake pan today. Alright. Now, I'm going to start cutting them. Go straight down. Yeah, this is just an old tomato sauce can. I've had it for years. I cleaned it up real good, put some holes in the bottom so the air could escape when I pushed down on it. Just go straight down with it. Keep it well floured. Okay, I'll bring you back when it's time to put them in the pan. Okay, I've got some of them cut. Just my old cake pan is all I'm putting them in. You see it from there? Yeah. So, let me start on these. If you've got plenty of flour on your board, then you don't have to worry about them sticking to it. Sometimes, when you pat them out though, they scoot off the flour. I'm going to put them right next to each other because I like those sides to be really soft. When I get the pan loaded, no, I'm not going to say filled because I don't know how many this will make. Should make about 15 or 16, I think. Anyway, when I get the pan loaded, I will put it in the oven and let it cook. I'll time it for 15 minutes to start with. See right there, I got a little spot that got stuck a little bit. I don't even care. I will use all this dough. I don't leave scrap dough behind. I go ahead and use it all, because I'm not wasteful by nature. Alright, there's 9, 10, 11 of them right there. So I'll bring you back when I get ready to put them in the oven. Okay, there they all are. My oven is done preheating. How many did I get? It's 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And there's a fly in here. I think I've got them all out. Okay, it turned out to be 18, so I'm putting them in my oven. I'll set the timer on my phone for 15 minutes and then I'll come back and check them. Okay, there they are. I'm going to brush butter over the top of them. I love the way these tops look. If I can get enough butter on this brush. I didn't melt the butter, it's soft. So I'm just pushing the brush through it and getting some on there. Alright, you can see there's some ugly ones from the scraps of dough. I'm going to get one out and try it, y'all. Now, I don't think I mentioned that I rolled these, I don't know, half an inch thick. They didn't rise as much as I was hoping. But it's the taste that's the test of it, isn't it? So, let me see. Let me move you around this way. I'm going to split one open with a knife. It's really hot. Ow, touch the stove or the pan. Crispy on the bottom and on the sides. But the sides that we're touching are not crispy. Ow. You see that steam coming off of there? Get a little butter on it, on the inside. Yeah. Steaming and the butter is melting straight into it. Thank goodness for that. So let me just get a fork. That's really hot. That's what happens when you pull it straight out of the oven. Drop something. Oopsie. Straight out of the oven and try to eat it. But you know what? It's really good out of the oven. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Okay. Sorry, talking with my mouth full. Alright. Be sure and look on my blog. I'll leave you a link to the post down below for the recipe for this. I probably would have added a bit more salt to them. Or maybe a little shortening. But honestly, they're pretty good just like this with the butter on. So, that would be up to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is another way to use up a little bit of a leftover. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.